So in summary, today we've been talking about the issues or challenges and opportunities for women in technology. What's it like getting into the industry? Is it attracting the right people into the industry? Is burnout an issue? And the key question of male dominance, does it exist? How does it affect people? And what can be done about gender diversity, ethnical diversity, and just making really powerful teams in tech with women at the core of it. Some key takeaways from today is the question of actually it's the new generation are actually very gender orientated. They think about each other and having that equality there. So is the greater amount of work, does that have to be done within the generation that's currently in management and working together to have more equality in cybersecurity and women in tech in general, to address the male dominance and the way that things are managed and what the expectations are for women versus men in the industry. There were some great ideas about how to create more inclusiveness and the soft skills that anybody needs, male or female, coming into the industry in order to be able to perform at an equal level. And surprisingly and sadly, how, to use the word misogyny, how sexism still exists and actually seems to have got a little bit worse in the past few years, and how to address that without being labelled as somebody who's campaigning unnecessarily. What really resonates is in the 21st century that actually from an education from schools level upwards, that women aren't being given the expectations or the opportunities or the technical skills or education that would lead them into careers like this. And the big question as to whether education is actually equipping people properly for roles which are cross-functional these days, which you don't necessarily have to have a subject-led degree in order to enter into them, and how you encourage people to do that. There are some great cases around this table of women who are doing great modelling roles for people in their industry to encourage them from coming up from shop floors and upwards into these kind of roles. So other interesting things that were covered were, we're in a world of hybrid working these days, and is that helping or hindering women in those roles? It could be encouraging more women to come back into the industry, but they do need a presence at the table and to be seen. So how is that working, and how is it possible in a lot of different industry sectors where that hybrid isn't easy in order to get the job done? And a really big thing was the question of, are we really communicating well from management level to the new starters within the business? There was a big word that happened a lot, was intergenerational. How different we are between the generations, what our expectations are, and how we help those individuals with new starters in the industry gain the skills that they need when they see the world a bit differently than we do, where we perhaps as women have sucked things up, I think is the term, over many years. So there's a lot of awareness of how can you do that better and actually get the feedback from those younger generations rather than telling them.